he is going to be our next striker. Not only that, striker, second striker, third striker. Well, of course, the enthusiasm around Pavlovic, it's here. He scored the decisive goal for Milan last night against Roma that bring Milan up there, just 1 point below Napoli. The next match of Milan is going to be played on Saturday night in Parma. Then we're going to go for an international break. Hopefully, we're going to recover fully our two keys player, Rabiot and Pulisic, to face with the best of the options the derby of the derby della Madonnina back in I think 23rd of November. We will see what's gonna happen. This campionato is crazy, but this is a video that where, guys, we're gonna comment some of your feedback that I'm gonna read from a last video, from a last shorts. And of course we have to start from the MVP of the match, Strahinja Pavlović. So apparently Alexander here says that ja Strahinja in his language means I am Strahinja. Probably say ja because of Yapstam or I don't know. Anyway, also Strahinja is a word play of a word strah, which means fear, and they should indeed fear him. Well done, Pavlovic. Look at that, the reincarnation of Jap. Well, you know, guys, Yapstam is a legendary AC Milan center back, and of course watching a bold, tall guy playing with the same grinta of Yap. Of course, I made the post calling Yap Strahinja Pavlovic because he does remind me. I told you, bro, he's the Ironhide. Well, of course, some critics, he still has a lot to learn about not losing concentration and positioning, but he's improving well. As I said, in my opinion, he is the player that is most improved under Allegri, and I recorded a shorts after the victory, and I can see some of the Milan creator like Martino Puccio saying dai, which means in Italian means let's go, Forza. Tutto Calcio Francesco saying let's go, and other comments about Pavlovic say that absolutely the most improved. Newyorkese Strahinja è uno di noi, which is it's one of us. His love for the jersey is undeniable. The other MVP, of course, that we have to mention, it is incredible, Maignan. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a video about the situation before the penalty. It was great to see how Mike literally took his time to kind of disorientate Dybala before the penalty. He really took all the time of the world, drinking his water from the bottle in the back of the goal, then going in front of Paulo Dybala, and then eventually slowly go back to his line, saving the penalty. And over there, once again, you can see the team. This is something. This is a value that not many of us are talking about, but you can see, even though the results sometimes they are not there against Atalanta, against Pisa, but every time we gain a victory, a massive victory at home against, for example, Napoli, Roma, or Bologna, Fiorentina, you can see the team it's there. Allegri really is creating a fantastic group that no matter what's going on outside of the field with the nonsense of the management, this coach is able to create a group to fight for something. That's all we want at fan. Something that was missing last year is we were not competing, and that drove all the Rossonero completely crazy. I don't care if you win, if you lose, if you draw, if you don't win the Scudetto, it doesn't matter, but at least let's compete. Let's bring us back where we belong, which is at least the top 4. That was a crazy match. What a fight it was. Maignan saved the 3 points. Literally, guys, because saving a penalty, it is exactly like scoring a goal. Strahinja monster, half Stam, half Vidic, and Maignan is back. The last 3 games without a couple of the best player, the team has surprised me very much, in a good way. Only Fofana can step up a bit with the quality. Mr. Allegri, he's a beast. Can't wait when he completes the roster. That's a good point. That's a very good point from AM212. Fantastic. I completely agree with Allegri not bringing Yashari and Stupinian. Yashari hasn't had pre-season with Milan and he was left in the Bruges squad, so it's very important to save him and make sure he's fully fit before he plays. Here, this comments is because in my previous video I mentioned that I was literally extremely nervous, and I can see that we were having a problem from the left wing with Bartesaghi, and the midfield. Fofana already had a yellow card and he was keep pushing, and I felt like Fofana really had a bet against us. He's trying to not get receiving a red card. That's why I was like, why Allegri didn't substitute Fofana for Yashari. But yeah, it could be a tactics, as this comment says. What a win! Leao was the hero last night. I think it was his best performance in over a year. I think Leao was. I think he for once he played finally as Allegri wants, and also as a perfect teammate. He helped the defense, he helped the counter-attack. The only time that Milan was creating something was because of Leao. But on this channel we know we are on the boat with Rafael Leao, so we are not surprised of this. We are defending him when he's playing well, when he's not playing well, but also we are not giving too much hype when he performs a great match like last night. But in my opinion, again, not to diminish what actually Rafa did, but in my opinion, Strahinja Pavlović, Maignan really did the MVP of the match. And I want to praise, of course, Alexis Salemaker. I told my friends Dybala will put it lower right corner and Mike will save it. He looked at me as if I was a witch. Grande Milan, very good day. Fofana is a lumberjack, but he makes a difference and creates some good attacks. He just can't finish well. There you go. I mean, Pavlovic as a 9 is a good idea. Barbaros dos Belgicos says if he improves his technical skills, sure he can. He will be the new young Kohler. Bellissimo. I agree. He'll score maybe when he comes off the bench. I can imagine, the last few minutes of the match, if the ball doesn't go in, I can imagine Pavlovic play as a forward striker. I'll be honest with you, because if Santiago Jimenez doesn't score, we know that Rafa and Kunku, they're not really proper forward striker. Pavlovic, he can become really a Kohler. What a memory that this guy has. Wow, young Kohler, man. I remember he was a menace again. He was in Borussia Dortmund, if I remember well. Man, he was so annoying, so strong. I love that. Allegri clearly made a change around the 30 minutes mark. Salemakers definitely started to roam more like the center of the pitch, to be more involved and to help the team to progress the ball. That change helped massively to break Roma's initiative. I agree, Kaiser, but also I agree that Allegri changed the lineup. We played with a little bit more. We understood that with a 3-5-2 we couldn't go anywhere else. So I think Allegri go back to a 4-4-2, a little bit more balance, and we had finally a little bit more of control of the field. Still, I believe that this Milan without Rabiot, it's completely out of control in the midfield. Roma surclasses completely in the midfield, as Napoli did. And we are suffering, as Atalanta did, and we are suffering a lot this. In my opinion, we need Rabiot for Allegri style, because he's a player that with the physicality, with the physicality can really help the team he can protect the ball and pass the ball to Modrić or to Ricci eventually, to distribute and to let Selemakers and Pulisic to do the play. That's why Rabiot is such a key player for this Milan. All I can say, we managed to win 10 versus 12. Fofana played for Roma last night. I really like Ricci last night. He covered every blade of grass and showed a lot of heart and quality. Even the goal started from him, keeping a cool head and giving the simple pass to Saelemaekers. Modrić presence in the team lift all of them. Imagine if we had Inzaghi last night. That man would score at least 3 goals. That's a good comment. Yeah, I think players like Bartesaghi and Ricci, they were the most improved after scoring the goal. Without any doubts, the confidence level in their feet, in their mind, it just raised so much. They were making mistakes in the first half when Roma was pushing. Not only them, of course, let's be clear, not only them, everyone was making mistakes, but I felt I was expecting a little bit more from the right back and from a central midfielder. Eventually, very, very happy, because you can see that probably was also tension to play, against Roma with a full stadium in San Siro. As we said, playing that stadium, your jerseys can be heavy. So very happy for the guys, very happy that eventually Allegri left them play so they can absorb the victory and understand how important it is to freaking run. You deserve fully the victory, and that's it. Now, this is it, guys. I have a lot of comments. Let me know what do you think about this community. Of course, the comments are fantastic to read. Pretty much we are all on the same page. Not everyone, but we have a lot of comments on the same page. Let me know if you liked actually this community reaction. Make sure to put a big like, and I'll see you in the next one.